What's up, Wall Dwellers? It's your boy, Mr. VD. Now, Bethesda has added really cool stuff, added multiple weapon buffs, and made interesting changes in the public test server that I'm going to be going over. So let's just get to it. So, starting off with combat, they have done some changes. Firstly, they fixed an issue where the Gamma Gun Deep Dish mod projectile didn't deal any radiation damage, addressed some inconsistencies with how Pipe's Ranger mods changed the weapon's range, increased the speed of the Plasma Caster projectile by 30%, increased the speed of the Alien Disintegrator high-powered receiver projectile by 100%, re-implemented fix for crossbow prime receiver range, fixed the missing damage increase for the flamer from 32 up to 42 damage, and fixed an issue with the laser splitter mods where they increase damage more than intended. Now the increase of damage for the flamer is really good and will actually help your build, especially if you use flamers. Hopefully they add this to the Holy Fire, but I don't know yet. Hopefully they do that. Next up, we have the Hellstorm missile launcher damage increase. They have increased some stuff in it. So apparently, in standard payload, they have increased it from 206 impact and 206 explosion to 379 and 379 explosion, which is a really big increase of damage. Cryo payload is the same thing, 379 damage impact and 194 cryo explosion instead of 107 cryo. Napalm payload will make you, instead of 206 impact, 107 fire explosion and 25 fire damage per second for 7 seconds. It will be instead 379 damage upon impact, 194 fire explosion, and 25 fire damage per second for 7 seconds. Plasma payload will do, instead of 206 damage on impact and 178 energy explosion, it will be instead 379 damage on impact and 330 energy explosion. Now next up, they have done some weapon mod range updates. For example, the medium barrel range have decreased to 25%. The long barrel has decreased to 50%, and the sniper barrel range have decreased to 75%. Now they have also increased the base range of the following weapons. It's a really big list, so I'm just going to put it up in screen, and I'll also put a link for the patch notes in the description if you want to take a look at all the weapons affected. Next up, going over item lock toggles, they have added 2 new toggles, which is players can now choose if consumables like food, aid, or plants can be used when locked. Players can now choose whether locked items can be moved between their stash and inventory. Known issue: players may run into issues with the toggle that allows consumables to be used when locked. Next week's PTS update will address those issues. In case if you don't know what item lock toggles are, it's something new that they have added in the PTS server, and it allows you to lock items in your inventory, which prevents you from dropping it, selling it, or scrapping it by mistake. It just stays in your inventory so you never lose it. Now going over to Mischief Night, this event is back and will be running at the top hour during the PTS, located at Rapidan Camp. We hope you enjoy this refresh take on the fun and chaotic event. In case if you didn't know, this was an event that happened way before in the early stages of Fallout, and it never happened again, so it's really good to see this coming back to the game. Next up, they have done something that we have all been asking for, especially for controller players, the ping and emote mapping swap. Thanks to community feedback, we've decided to flip the press, currently set to ping in the live game, and the press and hold, currently set to bring up the emote wheel in the live game, command for ping and emote. With this update, when playing with the controller, ping can be activated by pressing and holding the down D-pad button, and emote is now set to press on the down D-pad button. So thankfully they have done this change, because this was pretty annoying, especially on controller, that you wanted to do an emote but you keep pinging stuff that you didn't want to ping in the first place. Now, they also have done some perk changes. For example, there's multiple of them. Kneecapper removed the blunt requirement, reduced bonus damage from 100% to 50%. Heavy Hitter removed the blunt requirement, reduced bonus damage from 50% to 25%. and reduced cost to 2 perk points. Meat Mincer changed effect to reduce incoming stagger by 25%. Bulletstorm fixed ranks 2 and ranks 3 not providing a bonus. Updated description and added a help menu entry. Fixed the ammo counter not increasing for weapons such as the Cremator. Now increments the ammo counter for additional projectiles fired. Increased the amount needed per stack from 25 to 30. Tightly Wound removed placeholder text and added the spin up faster effect. Tank Killer reduced to 2 ranks, removed the stagger effect and now works with all ranged weapons. Stabilized changed effect to big gains, gained 30% accuracy and double in power armor. Homebody added the HP and limb regen while in camp's back. Psychopath reduced to a 2-point single rank card. Bloody Mess removed ranks 2 and 3. Grim Reaper's Grim Reaper's Sprint, now a single rank that scales with luck. The effect now always restores AP on kill in VATS. The amount restored is based on your luck and max AP. Lockpick and hacking perks have had the expert and master prefix moved to be a suffix so that they sort next to each other alphabetically. And as for weapons, they fixed the display issue for explosive weapons that shot multiple projectiles. And as for workbench, ammo crafting categories are now sorted together. And finally, next changes will be in the workshop. There's some general fixes, for example, fixed a bug that allowed scrapping when no item was selected, resolved inconsistencies when selecting blueprints in the workshop, fixed the bug where switching categories using LB and RB didn't reset the selector to history or dwellers as expected. Removed background elements from blueprint workshop icons to match the visual style of other workshop icons. Flyout text now updates correctly when toggling between vertical movement and object rotation for clearer control feedback. Fixed issues to now display red text for insufficient power. Removed free cam toggle and fixed the exit hold button behavior when the blueprint save widget is open. Disabled subcategory entry when filters result in an empty subcategory. We also have organization updates. Moved porch railing to the porch sub menu, now only snaps to porches. Moved the poisoned earth well to the producers category, grouped the thrasher with other mounted heads for better organization. Also, next update, the camp building experience will be much more flexible, and the build count, the amount that you can build, is going to increase also next update. Controller, keyboard and mouse update. In modify mode, LT for controller and F for keyboard now always jumps to edit, and RT on controller and G on keyboard now jumps to the next enabled submode. In build mode, LT and F jumps to the first subcategory even if grayed out, and RT and G jumps to the next enabled subcategory. They have also swapped some controller bindings for switch mode and more options. On the Xbox controller, press LS to switch between build and modify mode, and press menu to open and close the options widget. And as for the PlayStation controller, press LS to switch between build and modify mode, and press the touchpad to open and close the options widget. They have also done a quality of life update for PC players. There's faster scrolling, holding bumpers, controller or Z or C keyboard now scrolls through list faster. This is actually also a quality of life update for consoles too. Filters are now resetting when players move outside the building area. There's also a first-time user help update. They added a tutorial message box to guide new players through their first experience in Fallout 76. And finally, the replace feature. We have added the new replace functionality to the game, but it's still a work in progress. You may notice some bugs or incomplete behavior. The team is actively working on improvements and fixes. That wraps it up for today's video. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, as these videos require effort from me. Anyways, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.